So after watching Shakur Stevenson fight Williams and Zepeda Saturday, there's still questions, or rather, Shakur Stevenson beats Gervonta Tank Davis. Now, this thing has been going on for years. Uh, People have always wondered what would happen if Shakur Stevenson and Tank Davis fought. Uh, they already, they sparred similar to a lot of dudes that Tank already fought. Tank has sparred Frank Martin. We saw how that ended up. Tank sparred Devin Haney. And the funny thing is, right, it seems like for some reason, Shakur and Devin Tank don't want to fight these dudes. Now, one might ask, well, these dudes not really a threat. Let's just remove Devin from the conversation because he's not the topic of this video. But I had to throw Devin in there because that is what Tank has in common with Devin and Shakur. Is he hasn't fought any of them two yet, and he sparred both of them. Now, Shakur Stevenson is a boxer, yo. That's just call it what it is. He's a boxer, and I always told people I thought his power was underrated. I think he does have power. He doesn't sit on his punches enough, but he can hurt you. And as he gets bigger, outgrows his weight, definitely. But he's a boxer. He's just similar to Dev, But he's much more of a boxer, but kind of like plants his feet a little bit more than Devin does. But Tank Davis is like I would consider him a boxer puncher. All right. He's not a high volume puncher. He doesn't throw a lot of punches, and we know Tank is like a dude that he's a fighter that he needs to find that kill shot. And that's where a lot of his success comes from with the knockouts. Gets the kill shot, the body kill shot, or the up top uppercut kill shot, whatever it is. Tank Davis is always looking for that one opening. Now, the question comes to mind, if he's in a ring with Shakur and they're in a real fight, will he find those openings? I don't believe he would, because other fighters that appear to have lesser skill set than Tank, like a Zepeda, or a lot of fighters have found their mark on Shakur, and that's what you go get a lot of the Tank fans. They're gonna say, well, once Tank touched Shakur's chin, that's it. No, come on, Tank is not. He's not Deontay Wilder, bro. Let's stop that bullshit at the door, all right? But one thing people is leaving out is that Shakur Stevenson, like boxers, right? A lot of times boxers have problems with volume punches. A lot of like volume pressure fighters give boxers a lot of problems because they kind of like smother them for moving around a lot. Now, you saw that a little bit when it came with Subriel Matias and Alberto Puello. You kind of see that a little bit. And even in that fight, as much pressure as Subriel was putting on him, you saw a lot of times in that fight, Puello was able to crack Matias a lot of times and able to even hurt him. All right, and Puello's 10 knockouts. He's not really somebody that have a lot of power, and you saw what he could do. So that's one myth that I like to put to bed, is that boxers can't hurt power punches, or that's bullshit. Like, we've seen this so many times this year already, where that's debunked. All right. Now, if I'm telling y'all that boxers have issues a lot with like high volume pressure fighters and stuff like that, especially if they got power, Shakur Stevenson, he handled Williams and Zepeda pretty good. And that was a lot of volume coming at Shakur. He handled him. Tank Davis does not throw nearly as many punches as Zepeda does. All right, he's gonna have to uptick his volume or he's gonna have to land something really lucky against Shakur. And I'm gonna be real with y'all, man. I can't really see that happening. He's gonna have to, like, Shakur gonna have to be planted somewhere and get caught by something. Now, one thing that Shakur was doing against Zepeda that I did notice, I don't know if you guys caught it, but I caught it. When he threw the 3 combo, you noticed his right was always missing. He was always falling short on that right hand. I don't know why, but he was doing it all night. And Zepeda wasn't really catching on to that shit. I don't know if he was catching it, but I caught that. I'm like, yo, bro, why you keep, every time he's throwing the 3 combo, the last punch, he always falls short. Now, it's possible that somebody like Tank Davis could catch on to that, and he could catch Shakur between shots and catch him and hurt him. That's what Shakur probably would have to work on if he's going to stand in the pocket with Tank. I think Shakur would do good in the pocket with Tank, bro. I think he would, because we saw with Lamar Roach. And Shakur Stevenson is definitely. I'm not taking nothing from Lamar Roach. Not saying he's not skilled. He definitely got skills. I just think Shakur Stevenson is a better fighter than Lamar Roach. Now, you saw Lamar Roach was able to do with Tank. Smaller Lamar Roach now, moving up in weight for 130 pounds. But Lamar Roach, I think he fought at a higher weight class a few times already. So that's not like new territory for Lamar Roach. A lot of people forget that. But Lamar Roach was in the pocket with Tank a lot. And his inside, his defense ain't nearly as crisp as Shakur's defense is on the inside. I think what it all comes down to, when it comes to inside game, fighting Tank, it comes down to your chin. I think that's what it comes down to ultimately. But still, Shakur's inside game, I think, is underrated. He has a very good inside game, bro. And the more he gets it, man, that's a pay to fight was experience for him, bro. A lot of people not considering that either. That Zepeda fight, he learned a lot from that. He's going to take a lot from that fight. And that's going to build his confidence up more. And it's going to show him what to do against lesser punchers, lesser volume punchers, see? So you get the high volume puncher, and now when you fight somebody that has less volume, Tank is going to be there to get hit too, because he don't throw as much punches. Sometimes Tank defense can be a little lackey too. So the only way he beats Shakur, bro, is by KO, bro. He's not beating Shakur on the points. Shit, hey, listen, Shakur probably can even hurt Tank. Because like I said, if he stood there and hit Tank with something that he didn't see coming, he could hurt Tank. Lamar Roach hurt him. Right? This is what I'm saying. I'm saying this now again. These are dudes that we talk about that don't have no power, like Lamar Roach, and right? Like dudes that don't have no power was able to buckle Tank Davis, bro. Come on, man. So, like, look, if they ever was to officially signed to a fight, I'm definitely picking Shakur. Years ago, I was saying the same thing. I mean, I was saying this. I've been saying this for a long time. I think Shakur beats him. But I still always say, yo, I got to see some more out of Shakur. I want to see him in some other fights before I, like, definitely have it set in stone. And I definitely believe that he beats Tank Davis, bro. Probably by unanimous. That, you know, Tank, he can throw some combos too when he want to. But Shakur's distance control is crazy. And he's not going to be dumb enough to stand there and let Tank just fire off a whole bunch of shots. So that's Shakur. I think he's gonna stand there a little bit to see. Okay, let me see what Tank feel like. We see what his power feel like a little bit with these smaller gloves on versus when we were sparring when we were younger. Let me see the difference. And even Lamar Roach, I think he said on one interview, he was like, "Yo, Tank hit him." He was like, "That's it." He was like, "I got him." This is why I don't think we're gonna see the rematch. If we see the rematch with Lamar Roach and Tank, it'll be a miracle. I don't think we're going to see it. I think Lamar Roach just showed everybody the blueprint. For real. You know what I mean? So I'm not sure if Tank really want to get there with him again. You know, but if he don't fight him, then we know why. If Tank gives him a rematch, then that'd be good. Has Tank ever had rematches? I don't think he's ever even been in a rematch. He's supposed to rematch Isak Cruz. We was here years ago, right? But it never came about. So, just my take on this, man. If Tank Davis and Shakur Stevenson was to get in the ring, who you guys got? Drop comments and talk to me, man. It's Rebel Life Boxing. I'll catch y'all on the next one. I'm off this.